Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you the 9th moon arrangement. What is that, you say? Well, November 7 through 9 of 2014, the Floral Design Institute and the Lan Su Chinese Garden will be hosting the 9th Moon Floral Design Showcase. It's a juried flower show open to all floral designers. We'll be celebrating the beauty of the chrysanthemum, floral art, and the creative talents within our industry. And I was honored to create a design for their promotional poster. And today, I want to show you how the design came to life. One of the things that makes this arrangement so fabulous is the container. It's a one-of-a-kind handmade basket. I started with a willow basket, commercially made, and then I harvested in the vineyard some grapevine and lashed this all together using the Oasis bind wire to secure it into place. Then once that was secure, I thought about the design, knowing that the callas were going to come out and the orb over here. And I knew I needed something on this side just to add a little bit of color so it didn't seem barren. That's why I used just a band of the aluminum wire from Oasis. 2 little bands just to brighten. Then to make sure that everything coordinated, I didn't want the bind wire to look different in the basket and the grapevine, all needed to unify in color. So I just dusted with a little bit of the cherry wood tone from Design Master, which dries very quickly, and then I'm ready to design. Next is to place the callas into the design. And to give them a water source, just using a little igloo that's soaked with flower food and nestling it right down into the base of the basket. Then I took my callas and I let them dehydrate slightly. So they've been sitting out on the counter so that they're a little bit softer in the stem, which will allow them to drape. If I want to drape them a little more, I can just manipulate them by gently rubbing them, very softly contorting the stem. You don't want to kink it because you want it to look quite natural. Then determining the length, giving it a cut, because once it goes into the foam, it'll start drinking again and solidify in this position. You can bring it through the vine, down, over, and then insert it, letting it come way out to the side. Adjusting, then bringing in the next one, giving it a cut, determining how it comes in, nestling it down gently so it doesn't damage the petals, and then reaching in and inserting, and then repeating that until you get all of your blooms in place, just twisting and adjusting to make sure that their heads go just the way you want them to. Next was to create the orb, and I used a 4.5-inch foam orb soaked in water with flower food, and then to celebrate the chrysanthemum, the beautiful button in bright yellow. I need just about 1 inch on each stem, so cutting them down. And if they're broken, don't use them. It's too hard to get them to insert into the foam. And just go through and cut off quite a few. It takes about 2 bunches to cover the whole orb. And of course, if you'd like, we have the math for that. Just send me an email. I can send you the equation. But the quickie is it took me approximately 2 bunches to cover the whole orb. So I'll go through then and just start inserting them straight into the foam. Flower to flower to flower. You can overlap, creating a little bit of depth, some a little higher, some a little lower, but you want them mostly the same level so that it looks good and solid, creating the perfect orb. As you finish, you'll have a hole at the bottom, and you just keep turning it in your hand gently, and then inserting. And it feels awkward to be holding the flowers in your hand. You think you're going to squish them. But just be delicate. You can squeeze them in until you get total coverage around the orb. to place the orb, I want to have a little bit of support so that it doesn't have all the weight pushing down on it. So using 6-inch wood sticks, just placing them right down into the igloo. And then I can place the orb into place and push down just a bit so it settles onto the sticks and over the vine. For a final detail, all the light green I wanted to bring around a little bit. So I have one extra stem that I've been dehydrating and molding. And then I take a 4-inch wood pick and add it to the end. And I don't need it to be quite so long, so I'm going to cut it down slightly. And then repeat that on the opposite end. And again, cutting it down. Then inserting that into the orb, letting it wind around, and then inserting it down into the igloo to bring that color through. Then lastly, to hide all the mechanics, because you don't want the magic of the igloo showing, adding a little bit of sphagnum moss right down at the base, adding texture, concealing the mechanics, and finishing the design. The symbolism of 9 mini callas and the chrysanthemum moon for the 9th Moon Floral Showcase. I hope you can join us in person, stop by and visit, or maybe you'd like to exhibit. If you can't join us, if you're too far away, follow along. I'll be posting pictures on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us at #FloralDesignInstitute. Now, for more creative inspiration, go to our website, flowerschool.com. If you've got questions about how I created this or the exhibition, don't hesitate to contact us through the website or by telephone at 1-800-819-8089. And of course, if it's easier, use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, @FloralDesignInstitute.com. Have fun and do something you love.